Hey guys, it's a very lazy L Supersonic Q here with the last video of 2011. Yeah, so I must start like half my videos off like that, but whatever. So yeah, this is the last video of the year, the in-depth that I kept talking about that was magic, mystical thing that it was going to be like an interesting one, and it is because as you can tell from the title, it's an unreleased Knuckles' Chaotix. It's partly, but I'll get into that later. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go over the set, and then I'm gonna go over next year's plans and a few channel routine things. Yeah. So might as well get this going. I only actually bothered to get my camera out and stuff because I was bored out of my mind. And Melee, I just got off of Melee, and I don't know. I can't get like my like classic scores higher than like they already are right now. Like, I mean, I'm sure you can, but like, I can't. So I'm pretty good at that game. Like, pretty good. No, I'm like really good at that game. So I don't know, whatever. But that's way off topic. Okay, so back to the actual topic, the video, Knuckles Chaotic set. So background history about this set. Well, if you all remember from video game clay figure models 4, I believe it was, I had the Vector and Mighty. Well, then I'm like, I have Vector and Mighty, and they're both holding rings, so that makes them from Knuckles' Chaotic, right? So I'm like, right, I should make a whole set from, like, based on Knuckles' Chaotic. So that's what I did, only I only half-heartedly did it, and it didn't really turn out, I mean, by today's standards, it's really not that good. But by back then standards, it was like I'm trying to throw this together and make it look good. And I think after I did it, I'm like, no, these don't really look good. I can't show these to people. So I didn't. That's why I haven't put them in any video game flavor models. I haven't shown them or anything except now. And because it's in depth, I think I've shown not. Yeah, I've shown some. Well, I showed that Ridley prototype, but I mean I've done like lesser models before, so that's why I want to put them in an in-depth and not like a video game flavor model video. So enough talking about this set, let's actually show it. I'll do Vector and Mighty first just because they were the first ones made and they're like the best ones of the set. So I'll start with Vector because I don't know, he was just over there. It's like he wanted to get reviewed. So Vector, oh yeah, the lighting is all like like special this time. So it's like the night setting. That's what I'm gonna call it because like I got these like lights on. It's like it looks like dark. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Vector from Knuckles Chaotic. Wow, I haven't done it in depth in so long. I like don't even remember how to review these things anymore. Anyway, okay, so it's Vector, and I tried to like keep it like the Knuckles Chaotic one with like him being like skinny, not as like like fat like in Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Hero, stuff like that. So I try to keep it authentic in that sense, and he's got his headphones on right here, and his little like blue thing, whatever he has there, and his scales. I didn't like like find a picture of Vector and say, okay, how many scales does Vector have? I'm gonna make every single scale. I kind of just like whatever. His tail, I kind of going back now. I think this maybe should be a little bigger, but I guess it doesn't really matter because it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. And he actually had some. He did fall over in the oven, and proof of that is you probably can't see, but there's a darker green I used to like patch up the his leg and tail. And I don't. He has like little stand things. I'm gonna guess I probably did these the same day that I made this. I know there are other clay models where I've like made it they wouldn't stand, then I'd restand them up and like rebake them another day. But I don't think I did that with Vector. But anyway, that's Vector. Kind of like him, his pose too. He's just like, "What's up, Knuckles?" or SPO, whoever he's talking to. Yeah. Okay, now's the Mighty. Um, Looking at this Mighty, I mean, he's pretty good. I kind of like him, but at the same time, I think he could have been a bit more on model per se. Like on the back here, his like whole head, like he doesn't even have like a body and like he doesn't have a definitive like neckline. His head is just like mushed into his body, and this red thing should go like all the way down, but it really doesn't. But I mean, I guess it looks pretty good from the front. Again, I would have maybe should have made like that bigger or his facial features smaller, and his ears maybe a bit bigger. But I kind of like that too. He's like, you know, I mean, he's holding the rings and stuff up. I kind of like how that looks, like that. Okay, so those were the two you guys have seen before. Now's the ones you haven't seen before. I'll start with SPO. You know, I'm looking at this now. It's actually not too bad. I don't know why, but anyway. So here's the SPO. It's probably really bad lighting. Yeah, I'm doing this like the worst quality camera just because, again, haven't fixed my uploader, and I'm not gonna wait to fix it. So this is really like probably really bad quality with bad lighting. So we'll see how this actually gets on YouTube. But okay. So the SPO. Now compare this guy to the one in Video Game Clickfigure Models 1, which I don't have like around right now, and I'm not gonna go get it. But I don't know. I feel like this one is obviously more of like a rush job because I don't know. I mean, I didn't stick true to the artwork. In fact, I have this box right here. Remember this guy from like what I don't even remember what video that was. It was like the in-depth episode 6, like the coming back from a hiatus video. See, this I actually used artwork, and this one I didn't. So you can see that. I mean, there's a pretty obvious difference in how it looks and stuff. I'm just guessing. I probably eyeballed this to the nth degree, and I really didn't try a whole lot. But see, I mean, just the overall like quality. Like, see, this is all like mushy here, whereas this one's like straight and stuff. Like, I mean, it's really smooth and it's like on model. This one, I just feel like, again, it's just kind of like slapped together. I really didn't try too hard. And like the biggest thing I don't like about this one is this weird, like the weird head thing. Like, I mean, look at that. It's just like, I don't know. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look like SPO, in my opinion. Although it is a lot better than I remember, but I don't know. Like, just more emphasis on this. This isn't very good, like, hand right here. You guys probably can't see this much, but, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's that. I'll put him here, because, comparison's sake. Okay, next I'll do is Charmy. Yeah, this is a pretty mediocre Charmy, maybe less than mediocre. His feet are way too big, probably because I didn't want to try and actually bother to make a stand. I think his stinger may have fallen off, actually. And his butt's not nearly as big as it should be. He's in pretty good size with everybody else, I will say that. But, yeah, face could have been better and stuff. So, I do remember a long, long time ago, I made a Sonic Hero set. I don't even know how I did it, but I made, like, every single team character. And I did make them, too. And I remember the Charmy being I remember it being, like, better than that, oddly enough. Okay, and finally is Knuckles. So this isn't like a totally bad Knuckles, but compare him to some of my other ones, and he's not as good again. I don't know, like his little like crest thing. It's kind of big and like the edge thrown on there. I guess his tail is okay. The shoes, I really didn't put much detail into the shoes, honestly. Yeah, I mean it's like a weird red. It's not even the right red. And Knuckles' character, Knuckles, I remember because, I mean, that's still, like, old school Knuckles, so, like, his, like, nose thing, like, comes out. But this one's just, like, flat. And, yeah, I mean, again, I probably didn't use any artwork for that. I probably just, like, eyeballed that, too. So, that's the previously unreleased, so to speak, Knuckles' Chaotix set. There is that SPO for comparison. And as a little bonus, here's the first Mighty that I made, and pretty much the inspiration to make another one. And here he is. Yeah, he's kind of weird looking. I did not use a reference picture at all. I just completely guessed. I actually kind of like him and all his like non-correctness. Same with that from Video Game Clickfigure Model 6, that Gamma that I did. He had like no detail to him, but somehow it made him look better. So I kind of like this Mighty and all his like chibiness and stuff. Yeah. So, that was the in-depth thing. I guess considering the fact that this video is 10 minutes and I really don't want it to be longer, and I have no idea how I'm going to upload a 10-minute video when it takes forever, like on my when I resave this file, I think I can like put it in like the lowest quality possible, but it says it switches the aspect ratio. I have no idea what that means, but I don't know. I'll try it. I guess I'll be nice to you guys. Well, not nice, but I don't know. Okay, this this was the in-depth set, and if anybody wants to hear stuff for next year and stuff, then part two. So, yeah, thanks for watching this, and if you care, then part two is next.